Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hometown Hero. Now, the first episode was mainly just an introduction to the series, to the squad, to the whole concept of it, maybe an idea of where we could be looking at getting some transfers in, but this episode is the first game of the series, it's match day, stuff has been happening while I've been away, so let's get right into it, and the first thing to talk about really is the transfers that have been happening in and out. So the first thing which I should clear up is that Cagliardum is still at the club, but this time he's actually on £0 a week because the first thing I tried to do was sell him. Nobody wanted him, so I released him. Straight away I just released him. And one thing I didn't realise, he was actually a member of the coaching staff as well, so that's why I could see his coaching stats. So that was fun. But about a week later, I looked on the scouting list, and Cagliardum was still showing as a viable transfer. So, seeing as I did quite like him in the first episode, I went back in for him. I told him that we would get promoted in the next couple of years, and he was willing to join us for £0 a week. So I snapped him back up, and he is back in the van. Patrick Bang Nielsen will get back to at the end because he is a player I'm very excited about. The next player, though, is a player called Jesper Elkjær. He is a centre-back, he's got some decent stats, he's a big 6'7", 18 jumping reach, 12 strength, hopefully somebody who can really be that rock at the back, somebody who'll really shore up the defence, because we were definitely missing one centre-back, especially if we were going to be using Andre Gregerson. So he was a position I felt that was needing to be strengthened. The next transfer is Jonathan Gudmundsson, goalkeeper, and he is, to me anyway, much better than either of the Sorensens. He is still quite young, so he's still got a little bit of room to develop. He's got good handling and good reflexes, something that I do think at this level is really quite key. Decent enough one-on-ones. His communication stats leave something to be desired, yes, but to me, as long as he has the handling and the reflexes, he should do a job for us this season. The next signing to look at is Anders Iversen, and he's actually on loan from Silkeborg. Now, to me, looking at him now, he was a bit of a mistake. I thought, I need somebody who's going to be happy to be back up or happy to be playing second fiddle to Fredrik Christensen, and I think this guy will be that, and if not, he's only on loan, so no harm done. But now looking at him, he's not all that. I mean, I reckon he'll still play second fiddle to Christensen, but if something happens to him and relying on this guy, yeah, it was a bit of a mistake. The next transfer to look at is a guy called Joachim Steiners, who is actually a right back, and I know we had March at right back, who was decent enough, but I definitely felt that we at least needed cover, maybe even somebody to replace him, and I really think that this guy will do just that. I think his mentals for this level are excellent, 16 bravery, 13 determination, 16 work rate, 13 teamwork, and his physicals are very good as well, with his pace, his stamina, his natural fitness, so I think he'll definitely do a good job, especially in his defensive fullback role. So somebody who'll be very limited, but will definitely get the job done. The last transfer before Patrick Bang Nielsen is another Nielsen, but this time it's Lasse Nielsen. He is quite old at 32, and I'm one who prefers a youthful squad anyway, but we really needed somebody at left midfield, and I really searched around for left midfielders at this level, and they were few and far between with varying levels of ability. But I thought, this guy, 11 dribbling, 15 first touch, 12 technique, he's got something about him. Yes, I wish his crossing was a little better, but he's got 11 decisions, so he should be picking out half-decent crosses anyway. Got decent pace and decent acceleration. So it should be an alright transfer, especially for this season, and also the fact we actually got him from FA 2000, who we play today. And now for the last signing, so last but definitely not least, is the transfer I'm most pleased about, and so are the board, is Patrick Bang-Nilsson. He's a left back, but he's 28, he's 5-star current ability, he's overtaken Kagri Erdem as the key player. The board are very happy that I've got him. And just look at some of his stats, they're very nice. He's got 11 crossing, so it's higher than our wingers crossing. He's got good positioning, he's got all right long shots and might be able to take a pop every now and again. He's got good physicals, he's a good little player, and also that he can play left midfield. I wouldn't want to start him there, because I think, especially with his positioning and stats like that, I think he'd be more suited to us at fullback. But still, no matter what, I am very, very happy with Patrick Bang-Nilsson. Now, to look at the tactics, I decided, instead of going for a 4-4-2, because I was struggling to find strikers, when I signed Kagri Erdem back, I thought, you know what, why don't we just go for a 4-4-1-1? We've got Kagri Erdem, we've got Jacob Pind, who can both play there, so we've got a first and second choice, and to actually do it as a controlling style. So really try and keep the men behind the ball when needs be, close down less to try and keep those two banks of four there, but then work the ball slowly around, play a low intensity game, so then hopefully then when it comes to the last 15-20 minutes, the other team are shattered, we're not as tired as they are, so we can hopefully try and stretch their line in the last 20 minutes to try and score another couple goals then. And then the other tactic I've got set up is tactic for bigger teams and teams that we'll more struggle against, which is somewhat similar to what we have for the first tactic. It's the same shape, but this one is more a la Leicester when they won the league. So it's a very counter-attacking style of play. It's closing down a lot less. It's a much deeper defensive line, sticking to position, staying on your feet. You're really trying to keep those two banks of four, but then more direct passing to get it up to the wingers, get it up to Christensen and Erdem, and then whipping in those early crosses. Hopefully that Christensen's half decent off the ball will then allow him to bang in a good few goals for us. So those are the two tactics I have loaded at the minute. They will probably subject to change as it goes on, but for now I am quite happy with them. Now let's get into the game. Looking at the team selection, I've set up the first team and I've set up the substitutes before. The squad that we're going for today is Jonathan Goodmanson, Joachim Steines, Andre Gregerson, Jesper Alkjaer, Patrick Bang-Nilsson in the defence, Patrick Anderson, Patrick Wenzel, Christopher Thwane and Lasse Nilsson in midfield, Kagri Erdem just in front of them, and Fredrik Christensen playing as a lone striker. So let's get into the game now. A lot of players are lacking match fitness, so into the dressing room I'm actually going to try and encourage them. I'm going to be passionate and I'm going to say let's give the fans a performance they're expecting of us here. And no one really reacted, so it isn't great, but at least nobody switched off or anything. So I'm going to actually tell them pressure's off, and everybody is actually loving it. So, yeah, that went a lot better there. So, into the kickoff, our lovely little ground, ready to go. So, Bang-Nilsson, that's a really weird one to see. But Fredrik Christensen already through. Oh, blasts it wide. But, you know, that's really good to see in the first 15 seconds. But then looking at it, so far, 3 minutes in, only one shot. That was the one at the very beginning of the game. But at the minute, we're looking like good value at the minute. You know, we've got some good... Well, there's no bad ratings at least. Steines already being on a yellow card is an issue. And I saw a couple things. Simonson, yeah, we want to cross him down. We want to close him down to stop him putting in those crosses. So yeah, at the minute it's been a relatively dull game, but Bang and Nilsson combining well on that left-hand side. Christensen really coming out wide. I'm not a fan of that. I want him to try and stay more central, considering he's our only striker. Um, but he's through again, and he blasts wide. Anderson with that lovely assist there. But he's got to start trying to put those shots away. I mean, 2 chances where he could have at least tried to get them on target. Ikea, oh, that shouldn't be happening now. I know Ikea isn't the fastest, but still he shouldn't be letting him through there. Simonson getting it back out to Braun, but Goodmanson getting the ball into his chest there. So, but at the minute, nothing much is really going on. FA 2000 have now had more shots and have had 2 shots on target. And now the ratings of the team are starting to dip a bit. Like 6.4 for Christensen now. Oh, I really hope he comes good because... And there's 1-0. I mean, whether it could have been offside or not, it's not really good enough to see. It was a simple free kick to deal with. Who was that letting that through? Let me click on him. Didn't let me click on him. So, not really sure, but 1-0 down, coming up to half-time. I'm probably going to have to get aggressive with the team at half-time. Yeah, at the minute, at the start of the game, I thought, there was some good potential there, but now, looking at it, there's going to have to be some work done because we haven't created too much. I mean, it might be me needing to get in a new striker to put alongside Christensen. Maybe pushing Kagri Erdem up into a deep lying forward role. But I'm not sure. But Goodmanson gathering again after a wicked deflection off one of our defenders. And our entire defence playing as a 6.4. But they've got another corner now and Braun whips it in. And just over the bar. I wasn't sure if Goodmanson tipped that over. But now it's half time. We've been dominated in all honesty. I'm going to have to get aggressive with them. Tell them where's the passion. A lot of them seem up for it. And now one thing I'm going to do is retain possession on and shorter passing. Sorry, that's not the right one. That one's the right one. Retain possession's already on, alright. Mixed passing. In fact, I might just go more direct for the minute. Start the second half. And let's hopefully try and turn this around, at least nick a goal. Because at the minute, Erdem's been invisible. Christensen's missed chance after chance. Literally, he's missed a very good couple of chances. But Anderson into Nilsson. Gregerson not getting that win, really. But not getting the second ball. I don't know what's going on. Sundstrup on the ball, now Ralfat. Simonson, Sundstrup again. We're all over the shop at the minute. Now Thorup on the edge, at least you blast it wide. So what I'm actually going to do is move Christensen over, bring Erdem in as a deep lying forward, and then actually try bring on Mark Morsgaard, and then see how that works. Maybe giving Christensen somebody to properly work off will help him. So let's try that. But still, it's not looking like a good game so far for us. Christensen doesn't win that. Simonson, Sundstrup is pulling all kinds of strings out there this half. Steines, that was a mistake by Steines. What was this? I've got a better first touch than that. And then easy cross and easy goal for Sundstrup. I mean, it's just not going well now. Anderson's the only player who's playing any good. I'm not sure what to do. I'm really not sure. I mean, we've only had 3 shots, none on target. Valfat on the ball, Simonson, Sundstrup, Valfat. Easy cross. Gregerson at least gets it clear properly this time. But Thorup near the edge of the box. They're keeping it so easily. Steines, at least he gets it away properly that time. But Anderson that time can't even find the ball. I mean, it's just not looking good at the minute. We're really getting pushed here. And it's really difficult to know what's going on. Even Patrick Bang-Nilsson isn't having a good game. I'm going to get Marcher on for Steines because I don't want to get a red card. I don't want to make it any harder for me than it already is. And I'm actually going to get on Iverson and put him as a poacher. See if he can get at least a shot on target. Come on, boys. So many bad ratings. And to let you know, FA 2000, when the season started, were actually the favourites to go up. But still, I'd have liked to have seen a better performance than this. Thrain just shooting wildly there. I mean, I don't want to be seeing those wild long shots. More troubling the corner flag than anything. Oh, Wenzel does get the ball. But nobody giving him support. Finally, Marcher gets the ball. Gregerson into Thrain. Look out wide for Morsgaard. Okay. Now he comes back inside for Wenzel. Iverson, Erdem. Iverson! Anders Iverson gets the goal. The guy I was slagging off a bit before the game actually bags us a goal assisted by Kagri Erdem. Maybe playing 4-4-2 with Erdem as a deep lying forward is maybe the better idea, giving us more of a threat up front. So let's try and get that second goal now. I'm going to take it off controlling and I'm actually going to go on to attacking because I would rather try and push for that draw and lose 3-1 than just sit back and take a 2-1 defeat. So hopefully somebody can find that moment of magic out there. Maybe even Anders Iverson as he goes through again. And it's a penalty. Kagri Erdem to take the penalty. 68 minutes in. This looks good. This looks good. Erdem to step up. And he puts it top corner. Goalkeeper didn't even move. 2-2. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. I mean, the start of the second half, I had such poor hopes for the rest of this season. But now looking at it, some of the players do actually have something in their locker. Now, the only issue is I've already made all 3 substitutions. And now it's ticking on. It might get a bit harder, but I'm actually going to demand more from them. Try and take advantage of some of their tiring legs, which is what I was trying to make the tactic to do. But Sundstrup turns. We managed to keep it out this time. Simonson still got the ball though, but it's now a bit further back. Azakun 3-2 to FA 2000. Great goal by Azakun. It was a really good finish. And I can't really say anything about that because he turned, lobbed it in. Maybe our defence could have closed him down better. But other than that, it was just a nice turn and shoot. 5 minutes added time. I'm actually going to tell them just to push forward. And I'm going to tell them to go overload. Marcher taking the ball. Morsgaard. That was poor Morsgaard. There was nobody there and he's passing to it anyway. But we've got 5 minutes left, hopefully to try and nick a third goal. Patrick Bang-Nilsson, Anders Iverson couldn't control it. Sundstrup, as Kuhn putting it past the post. We seem very, very porous at the back, and it's not something I like seeing. I mean, I do try and set my team out to score a lot of goals, but Erdem, Thrain not able to get to it. It's out of the way. Marcher, though, into Anderson. Erdem poor cross. But it's coming up to only a minute left. We've got Thrain on a 6.8, but he's only on 50 odd percent. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything more now. And Sundstrup is offside at least. I wasn't sure then, and that would have really been a kick in the teeth to us. Because this second half, we've been a lot better, but there's a lot of work still to be done. Wenzel though, Thrain can't win it. He's too tired, I reckon. It's a somewhat disappointing result. I was hoping to have played better, but still maybe one more chance. Caglierdum, Tomacha, Anderson, ref blows for half time. Probably on the balance of things, we deserved the loss. They committed a lot of fouls against us. They committed 19 fouls. That's kind of interesting to note, and we had 48% of the possession, so we weren't struggling for it. Just in that first half is probably where we really lost it, when we were just not creating much, and even the one or two chances we did create, just the finishing was so poor. But scoring 2 goals on the first game, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm still going to tell them it was a disappointing performance. Going to tell them it's not good enough. The defence played so poorly. Bang Nilsson getting a 6.1, LKI getting a 6.2, Gregson getting a 6.2, Steiners getting a 6.4, Lasse Nilsson got a 6.3, Christensen 6.1. Oh, just so many poor ratings. And that puts us 8th in our division. At least we scored the 2 goals, so it doesn't put us in the relegation zone. So that's something at least. So, but anyway, the next game I'll probably see you for is I'll see you for the game against Holbeck, as they were favourites at the very start of the save, and they're second in the league now. See how we do against them. Hopefully, again in the 3 games between there, build up some confidence, bring in a couple more signings to strengthen a bit better, score another couple goals, try not to concede 3, and then hopefully try and get something against Holbeck. So until then, guys, I will see you in the next episode. So, bye-bye.